Hey guys, so I am going to show you how to make an infinity pool. Now, if you're not sure what an infinity pool is, it's basically a standalone lifted pool that overlooks a cliff, or maybe it's sort of like a pool you would see that rich people kind of use, like people in California, people that have lots of money, they can afford to make these luxurious pools. And I wanted to show you, I know there are other videos out there that show you how to do it, but I figured since I'm on PlayStation 4 and not the PC, I would show you guys how to do it. So, first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open your cheat menu. Now, I use a keyboard and mouse with a USB that I plug into my PS4, but if you're using a regular controller, you're going to want to hold down all of the L1 and R1, L2 and L1 buttons all at the same time. And when you do that, it should bring up a white bar at the top of your screen. It's going to show you, this is where you type your cheats. So let's do that now. Now for me, it's, let's see, Shift Control C if you're using a keyboard and mouse. And then see, you're going to see a white bar. It's going to pop up. So we're going to want to enable the cheats. Now you got to make sure that you enable the testing cheats first before you use the other cheat. So let's do that. Testing cheats enabled. Now, sometimes I get this cheat wrong, so I'm pretty sure that's it. So to see if it works, I'm going to type in the next cheat, which should be bb.showhiddenobjects. And when I click enter, if it worked, we should see, let's see, when we click on pools, I think it's in, is it foundations? Yep, there it is. Okay, so you're going to want to click on the foundations box, and if you entered the cheat correctly, both the cheats have to be entered. You should see this right here. It says foundation shell placeholder. So basically what this is going to do is when you create a pool and you choose this foundation, it's going to make the walls invisible to look like an infinity pool. So let's make our pool first. I cleared the lot just for this video. Make it easier. Now, you can make any size pool you want, but just for this video, let's see, it doesn't really look even. We'll make a nice big one. And then you're going to want to raise it up so that when you place the foundation, you can get it invisible and it's going to look like a glass wall. So now that we've placed that and we have the cheats on, we're going to go back to the foundation tab, and then you're going to go place foundation here. Now, we should be able to just click it. So, let's see. I think it's not tall enough. Hold on. Let's see. That's interesting. What? Hold on. Let's see if it lets me. There we go. Okay, so see how the wall is clear and it looks like the infinity pool. It's sort of like a glass raised pool. So if you had the same problem I did, which is basically it's not registering as a wall, it's registering as a pool. So what you want to do is put the wall around the pool and then place your foundation. So we have this one, and then you can just delete the wall if you want. And it should, oh, I guess it won't work that way. Okay, let's try this. Dang it, I just did this like last week, so now I gotta figure it out again. Oh, I remember. Okay, I totally remember now, guys. I remember what the step I'm missing here. Okay, so we have to delete the shell, this thing right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna raise it, and then we're gonna take the pool and we'll place it here. So what we need actually is we need to make a foundation. So let's do this. Oops. See if that's large enough. Now, close enough. Okay, so now it should register. Oh, that's not working. Okay. Let's try something else. Let's do. Let's just do the flat square. Should work. Let's do this. There we go. Let's try this now. See, if you delete the foundation, it gives you almost like this weird thing. And it won't show anything. So if you do your foundation first, it's gonna look weird. So you only put the foundation where you want it. Okay. So let's do it this way. Repeat. Okay, so oops. Can't see from this far away. There we go. Okay, let's try it this way. So we've got our pool. Now, it's still not going to let us use this. Oh, there we go. Now it worked. Okay. So now we have it. Okay. So, place your foundation first, and then the pool. Then, you're going to take your foundation. Remember, if you delete it, it's going to go back to normal. But you can place foundations on the side. So you can make your paths or kind of surround your pool to make it look a little more realistic. What you can do is just copy them for the sides. That's usually what I do. But, oh, I guess that won't work because we already put the foundation. So actually what we should do is just be easy on ourselves. And we'll just copy it. Okay. This. Now it's starting to look more like an infinity pool, huh? It's kind of larger. Now you can still see, if you look, like the insides here through the foundation. So what we need to do is you can either use a shelf, or if you have the spa day pack, there is this illuminated floor light, and you can kind of put it at the bottom to simulate the boxy glass. So let's do it this way. I'm gonna do a filter and then go to spa day. There we go. Now, these are the lights. There's vertical ones. There's also ground ones you can use. You can make them as small as you want. You can make them just kind of to place them. But you will need to turn on move objects. So in order to turn that cheat on, you're going to click your cheat menu and you're going to click bb. Let's see here. I think it's enable free build. I have so many cheats. I have them all in a list. Move objects. Oops, forgot the dot. Move objects on. You're going to enter that. It's say move objects cheat is on. And then you should be able to place these here to kind of give you the illusion. And if you don't know, You can always make these smaller, but they're going to look kind of weird. So if you don't like the way these look, then you can always use the ground ones, which you can find in the pool area. Now I also use pillars and stairs to kind of block this too. You can just like be creative and you can kind of do whatever. Kind of play around. Oh, let's take the filter off. There we go. Okay, so you also have this other light. It's like a pool light. And it's like a light strip and it goes down at the bottom. So let's go back to the pool. Go to the accessories. Pool trim. I think it's, yeah, that's it. Okay, so here's a foot illumination system. You can also use this, which is probably where I should have gone in the first place. But, nobody's perfect. It's different colors you can use to kind of make it look really cool. But if you want to make it look realistic, your best case is probably going to be the white or the blue. Because those lights, they're pretty awesome. So let's do blue. Kind of make it look like a pool. And not just like this glass box. Oops. My bad. I mean, there's really so many things you can do, but I just thought this was really cool because, you know, it's something that, it's just, you can do it to make it look real, and it's just so many ways you can play with it. You can make so many different things. I mean, you can make your foundation go all the way around. You can have no foundation. You can have a raised foundation. There we go. And as you can see, it kind of looks a lot better. It looks like you actually have the pool shaped. I really wish that you could take these and make them, like lower them and make them smaller, but unfortunately, when you make these smaller, they raise, which sucks, but that's okay. So, yeah. Now, we have these. You can also change the color of your pool. Like the trim on top is really gonna help too. So, we can keep it like small, which is what you kind of want to do anyways. Because when you use the big ones, it looks really weird. Let me show you. See, it doesn't really look like an infinity pool. Because the infinity pool, honestly, is supposed to look like it's floating. So when you put these larger ones on there, it looks really weird. But I really like that the smaller trim gives you all these different color choices, so you really can use this. Now, I always put chlorinated water in there because it looks realistic to me, but with the infinity pool, this chlorinated water pool here is better than the swimming sparklies. So I put that in there. You can do different things, but ultimately when you put the color in there, it's not going to show on the bottom because it is a cheat, so it doesn't exactly work all the way. I'm sure you could put like some wallpaper in there and then maybe change the color of the pool, but we'll try that later. For now, let's put our ladder in. You can also add the slides and stuff. It's really cool. It does work. I've play tested it before. Your lights will also work. And so we'll do that. Now, I want to do the stairs because when you do stairs on an infinity pool, they can help to block this thing you're seeing right here because you can extend the stairs all the way out. In some areas, you're not going to have like a big space, like if you're using a small house, but most people are rich that have these, so usually you're going to want to do these on like a big estate or like a hill, or you can actually use the terrain finder. The terrain finder will actually lift your foundation. You can make like a hill first and then you can try it, but it's really up to you the way you want to do it style wise. So I usually use the modern floating stairs just because it goes well with the infinity pool. And it also, again, has like an array of colors. So you can do it like this, where you have one. This looks kind of tacky. Let's move it. There we go. So, like I was saying, if you want to take it all the way over, it is going to block some of this weird stuff that shows on the sides. You're not going to look at it as much. Some people don't like that. Some people, you can do many things, but when you put the stairs, you can put the railings. I mean, it's really up to you. Like, the style can be anything you want it to be. If you want it to be like a walk around deck, where it's like that in both places, you can do that too. I usually only have like the front ones though, because it's just like it's a lot when you put it in both sides. But hey, let's just do it. We're gonna go for it. So, you got your infinity pool, you got your cool foundation. So remember, you want to leave the sides open because that's the concept, the basic concept of the infinity pool. Now, we put the stairs, and if we want to, we can add railings. Those are cute. And as you can see, they give the pool dimension. Now, if you're not the railing type, because I normally don't use railings, I feel like it takes away from the free-flowing motion. Because, like, see, now we're gonna have to add gates because it's like, it's weird looking. It looks really weird to me. So it's really up to you what type of pool you want to make. There are the glass railings, but like I said, it looks weird sometimes. So anyways, I'm just gonna keep it like that. You can do, let's see, these glass panes do show up when you use the cheat code to show the hidden objects. Now they're interesting, and it's interesting to me that they're not in the game normally because they're actually really cute mini gates. You can use them to line things, like if I want, I can line the pool, but see when you put a gate on the infinity pool, it's going to take that shell away. So if I click it, sometimes it takes the shell away. But this one, because it's in the cheat mode, it's not showing that it's taking it away. So I guess we can use this one, which is kind of neat. But it's going to take away from the infinity pool look. But it is something kind of neat to like look at if you want to try something different. But you want the infinity pool to be like water flowing over. I mean, there's so many cool things you can do with this too. Like you can build another pool underneath it. For example, if you wanted, as long as the two don't touch, you can basically do anything you want. And if you want to leave, like, let's see, you can do this one, which is basically going to be an underground pool, and connect it like this. Then you can make like a waterfall going down into this pool. And you can't jump into both of the pools. Sims doesn't have those mechanics, but it is pretty neat to see like the connection. And see, you can't connect it, but you can do a little mini waterfall connecting pool. So if we want, we can take like the larger trims. If we can find one that kind of adds in and it kind of fills the gap. I think that's the largest one we have. But like I said, it's all something that you can experiment with. Now, you can even, if you want, raise. Let's see if I can raise this without raising the other one. Yeah, so if you actually wanted, you can take this one up a little bit and you can make it like a layered infinity pool. And then you could make it clear as well. But I mean, you'd have to get it right, like calculation wise. Maybe make this one a little smaller so that you can see it. And I mean, it looks really cool. Like, it's amazing. It really is what you can do. So we didn't do the foundation with this one, so I don't think it's gonna let me, but I can try. So let's see. Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, see, the placeholder, it's not large enough, and we didn't do the foundation first. So we would have to take this pool and then move it, and then basically, like we did with the other foundation, you're gonna want to go to the foundation block, which are these. And they're like the flat squared ones. You can do round ones, triangle, but I'm just gonna stick with a square pool just because, you know, for video purposes. Okay. So I think we put it, let's see. I think it was, I usually count my blocks, but I'm being lazy, so let's see. So remember, you're going to want to make it as close as you can to like exact shape. So that way it lines the whole pool and the foundation together. So that should be the correct amount. And see how it's the same. It's the same length. So we can put this here and then raise it because there was a foundation. So let's see if it works now. It should because we put the foundation. Okay, see? So now we made a second one. And now remember, you can't move the foundation. Once you place the shell, if you move the foundation, it's going to revert back to the original foundation. So see how I moved it? And now it's back. The shell is gone. So whatever shape you want to make it, you have to make sure you do that before you place it. So it seems uneven to me. So let's go back. I feel like it should be smaller. Especially if you want to do like a waterfall or some kind of lagoon, whatever shape you want to do, just make sure that I'm going to turn the grid off. There we go. Push G if you ever want to turn the grid off because it gets annoying when you're trying to build. But just make sure that you put the shape the way you want it before you place it over the foundation. So I think this is the same size. So let's try this. Looks about the right size to me. So then again, if we're going to make the foundation, let's see, very cool. And then if you want, you can either add the foundation around it. Now see, I moved it. I have to move it back. It's too far away. So let's do this. Now see, the foundation, we have to make sure we move that as well, because the foundation is the centerpiece to the cheat. So if the foundation is not under the pool, you cannot place that shell that we were looking at. So let's make sure the foundation is perfect, exactly where we want it. Oh, it does let me add it. But see, it's probably going to connect. Yeah, see, so unfortunately in Sims you can't connect different tiered levels of foundations. Just doesn't let you, which is really sucky. So let's put it up. We don't want it too high because we want to see that we have this infinity pool because it's so awesome. So now we have another infinity pool and it's kind of tiered. And let's see what else we can do with it. It's so creative though. Like it actually does work, which is so cool to me. Now, if I want, I mean, I could block this little area with something. That's really bugs me. Okay. Now, like I was saying, see how I can't put a fence there? Because you can't connect the different levels. So, fence is out of the question. Now, we can put those little ones I was telling you about on the actual pool. So you could do something like that if you want like a cute little fence and you just kind of want to line your pool with something cute. So it doesn't look like it's just a platform and there's nothing. So we can do this. Oh, that was bad. Hold on, back up. Is this right? No, still not there. Dang it. Sometimes you have to turn the camera. Okay, so the stairs are there, so I can't put the gate, so it's just gonna have to be there. Now, let's see. I was thinking it would be so cool to have a hot tub duo with the infinity pool, but then where would you put your lounge chairs and like all the cool stuff, you know? So I'm gonna take these stairs out just because aesthetically pleasing. I don't normally put two sides of stairs. And I kind of feel like I want to close this off so that it can look like the infinity pool. So there we go. Now we can make it look super cool. Oops. Now, it kind of does look like an infinity pool. I mean, because when you're looking over, you can see your sim swimming. It's so neat. And I feel like it's important. Now here's another thing you can do too if you do want to block this ugly little side patch. You can extend your foundation, but I don't know. I haven't really figured out a way to do it to make it look palatable. I could do a little plant terrarium. Oopsie. But you can't do it with this side, which is doo-doo. So, I mean, you could always put like some plants in here and give it some greenery. But I don't like it. So we're not gonna do it. Now, if you wanted to do this, you can also do this. When you see these right here, these little openings, you can also put like columns. And I tried that too. Now you can't connect them, but there's like this one column with the testing cheats move objects. You can put the columns. You cannot put them on the actual pool, but you can place them on the sides. Um, I'm still going with like the lights and stuff from the pool section, but I want to click on the fountains and make our waterfall. So usually the best way to do the fountains for the infinity pool is going to be to do it with Sims on the actual property and putting it in live mode to see where your fountains are spraying. Because normally when you place the fountains, like you can see a little bit of it, but you can't actually see what the fountains do or where they're going to go. So the ones that I use, the ones that I'm going to use, is probably going to be the water emitters. These are going to be the best for waterfalls. Now, if you want to have realistic waterfalls, it's going to be really hard. But my suggestion is going to be to make these things as small as possible so that when you're going to put them on top of this pool, it's going to be the best way to hide it. You can raise them and then hold the Alt key if you want to move them. See how this one, it kind of doesn't, it's hard to place because it's really hard to see. Now, I'm trying to move it onto this, but it's not really letting me for the specific fountain. So I'm just going to place it on the side here and then put it here. Now, as you can see, if I place this, it's going to look really weird because this fountain is a tiny one and it's like literally not going to hit into the pool. So we won't use that fountain. You just got to kind of play around with all the different ones that you have and just kind of see where they go. Some of them are really cool, like the leaf fountains. But the only ones that are going to spray like that are the ones that go sideways, like the ones we just saw, the spray water emitters. So this one's the medium. Let's see what the medium looks like. Okay, so this one's gonna look more like a waterfall. Let's see what will happen if we lower it. Because you're gonna see it through your infinity pool, which really bugs me, and I wanted to make it as easy to hide as possible. So, where was that medium one? So let's make it smaller and see what happens now. There we go. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. So that's with a medium. Let's see what the large looks like. Okay, so there's the large. Now, if we want, we could lower it to the ground. Like, this is as low as I can get it to personally go. So I don't know if the effect is going to be amazing when you do it from that high. But we could, let's see. I mean, we could put it inside the actual pool to go over, which is what we want anyways. So you could do this, and then see, you can't really see it. It's just like this little blip. And then you would just do the same thing again, maybe with a couple more. And the key is, like, you don't want it really laggy. Actually, oops, wrong one. You definitely don't want it really laggy. But in order for it to look like a waterfall, you're gonna have to place like a couple. Because that's actually how people get the waterfalls, is they basically just place tons of them. But the only thing I don't like about that is it gets really laggy. Like when you have a bunch. See how I'm placing them, and as I'm placing them, there's gonna be like this little arch. Now, if I wanted to, I could have made the infinity pool a little larger, and it would probably make this fountain look a little more realistic. Because we can't move the way the water flows, all we can do is kind of mess with the object itself. So we're just gonna kind of, if you look at the pool underneath it too, you can kind of see where the water is gonna land. So it's just kind of like an example of what you could do. It looks a little overkill, so I'm just kind of showing you what the possible capabilities are. Now, mine's not perfect, obviously, but like I said, if you wanted it to look more realistic, you would just raise this, which of course is going to look more realistic. It's also going to raise the water level, so you don't want to raise it too high, because remember, the higher it is, the weirder it's going to look. Now you could also lower your infinity pool as well, to give it that look we were discussing. I kind of think it's neat, the arches of the fountain. It's kind of really neat to me. I wish that I could make it a little smaller, but unfortunately, that's as low as it'll let me put the fountain. So you can use different spray types to get different results. If you want it to be like a really thick fountain, you could do that as well. They also have these fountains which skip water out of them. And when you put them, it'll go boop, boop, boop. So those are really neat if you wanted to check those out too. This is a dome fountain. It's pretty neat. Don't really see it being used for the infinity pool. But, okay, so since our infinity pool is so big, I feel like we should take some of these away. Actually, it's kind of neat because your Sims could actually walk through here. I don't know if they can. I've actually never tried that. But that would be a really cool way to make a water tunnel. You could move your pool over and then leave enough room for your Sims to walk, and they could walk right through the water tunnel. I'm not sure if we can move it. Let's see. Because we moved our shell, so I'd have to move the... Oh, there we go. Okay. So we did it. That should be enough room for Sims to walk through it. And you're still getting the fountain into your pool. So that's kind of super neat, actually. It does take away from the effect of having a tri-layer infinity pool, but if you were trying something like that, that'd be really cool. Now, actually, you could just do that as a standalone, make a water tunnel, which would be really cool. And actually, I think I'm gonna try that later on. So we didn't do the blue, let's see, those blue things we put down because we moved the pool. They're not there. Did we do it over here? Let's see. Okay, so we did do it. They're just down here. Why? I have no idea. I'm pretty sure it's because we raised it. So let's move it. We'll move it back to where it was. It happens. Sometimes you tweak stuff. You never know, but that's the fun of using cheats. Because you can do all kinds of cool stuff that you normally wouldn't be able to do. So, actually, while we're at the front, we'll do this one as well. That's too big. Yeah, maybe like that. So since we're not doing a foundation on the secondary pool, we do have to have a way for the Sims to get in it. So let's do this. I know there's this corner one we could use this. Here. Let's use the corner. There we go. And then this. Perfect. It's actually like really cool looking. It's just kind of my take on the infinity pool. I'm sure people have tons of different ways to do it. But me personally, I just think it's really cool to do it this way because there's so many ways you can do it instead of just like one way, and it makes it all complicated. So just to be clear, let's make sure that you remember, put those cheats in first because that shell isn't going to show up without the hidden cheats. So you definitely want to make sure you put those cheats in. And to move the objects, you're going to want to do bb.moveObjects on, and it should turn the cheats on for you. So we made this like really cool infinity pool, but how are our Sims going to get in it? So we need to put the ladders. If you have the regular expansion, any ladder will work. You can honestly do... I actually don't know if your Sims need the foundation. I've actually never tried it before, but it would be cool if I could just put this ladder and they climb into it. And it is a shell, so I'm thinking it might actually work. So let's see, what if I can lower it? Nope, it doesn't let me. You can raise it, but you can't lower it. Well, it's interesting. Well, we do need to put these here, so let's put our ladders here. And then we'll figure out what we want to do. Now, these ladders are amazing, but they come with the island expansion. You can only use them for the oceans, which really bugs me because when you use this ladder, when you move it up with the elevation of the foundation, it keeps growing and it turns into a real ladder instead of just like a pool ladder. But they don't allow us to use it. So, we're gonna have to figure out how the Sims can get in there. Now, I actually haven't tried putting the stairs, the floating stairs, on something without a foundation. So let's see what happens. Okay, let's see, can I... Okay, so it has to be attached to this one foundation. So we're just gonna have to have... Maybe not in the front, because that's really... looks pretty weird. Do it from the side. There's so many ways we could do this. I could turn it to the side. But it looks so cheesy to me. Oh no. I mean, I guess we could... We could use this little gate. But see, now it's gonna take away from the infinity pool. Oh, my doorbell's ringing. Give me 1 second, guys. And then we'll continue our awesomeness. Give me 1 second. Okay, guys. Sorry about that. My doorbell rang and I had to go answer it. Nothing like ruining your live broadcast. But hey, life happens. Okay. So, I mean, you could do like whatever. You can make this one for scenery. You can use the pool. I've actually never tried placing the ladder and just using it that way, so you're welcome to try that. You can place the stairs, but apparently it won't let me connect them. So, well, I mean, we could hide the stairs where the waterfall is, but that'd be kind of weird. So let's see, we could do like a corner stair. Let's turn it. And then, actually, let's just copy it. That's easier that way. You can put a cute little plant. We could do this as well. Unfortunately, Sims is kind of lacking in directional stairs. I wish they would make spiral staircases, but you can't. So we gotta use what we got. So, yeah, this is like basically my take on the infinity pool. Don't forget that you can also use wallpaper in the pool. You can't use it on the glass, obviously, but the foundation, you can do some really cool things. If you want to make your pool a different color, you can do that as well. But just remember, if you use like the whole pool thing, you have to be careful because you never know. You gotta use that shell for your infinity pool. So just watch it if you use the wallpaper. Now it seemed to work by doing it that way. And no matter what, when you look through, it's gonna look like that. So that's why I said you gotta be careful when you're using it. Because you never know if it's gonna take out your shell that you created. So far it looks pretty cool. You just use whatever color you want. You can also use the blue. And then it goes the same for like the walls. Like the carpets, you can put tile as well on the pool floors if you want like a certain design or you want it to look deeper or darker. I mean, it's just the limitless possibilities. Like, there's so many cool things you can do. Look at this one. I mean, it looks so cool at the bottom. I think we should keep that one because it's like so cool. Who cares if it's carpet? Nobody will know except me and you. So, there we go. And it's so cool. Look, oh my goodness, you can see it underneath. It's like amazing. I can make little fishies. Dope. Two-dealer dude. There's so many cool things you can do, especially if you have some of the expansions. Get Famous has really good wallpapers and floors. That's like my favorite thing is the furniture, honestly, in that expansion. So, you can do something like this. But yeah, it's pretty much limitless. You can do anything. So now don't forget about your foundation, because you can put your lounge chairs, if you own the Seasons, they have functional lounge chairs that you can tan on. You can add a bar for entertainment purposes. You also have that slide. Oh, yeah, let's do that. Where is it? Oh, yeah. So we're going to put our jump and splash belly flop diving board. So we'll do like one on each side because we don't want to leave them out. I'm sort of like always have to have everything matching or like looking the same. Otherwise, it just doesn't look right to me. Another time I actually did a greenhouse over the pool using a roof, which was actually really cool. So you can also do that as well. Like if you want something covered, you can take the columns, or what you can do is when you turn the grid back on, click G, you'll see the grid above you. So you can actually take the foundation itself, and what I usually do is you can't put a roof on something that doesn't have a foundation. So if you basically put it on the grid like this, right? Make it as big as you want it, as small as you want it. Wherever you want your roof to go, you're going to put it here. So you've got your covered infinity pool deck. Now maybe you don't want it that large. Maybe you want whatever you want. It's up to you guys. But what you want is to put your roof however you want it, wherever you want it. Place it down. I'm just going to use a regular one. It's always going to be big like that when you put your roof on first, but you can like slim it down, use the arrows, make it real tiny because it's not supposed to be huge. So, and actually I made this a little too much, I think. Maybe like that. And then once you place your roof, you don't really need your foundation. You can delete it and then just have your roof there. And then what I do is I take the glass roof pattern. It comes in a certain, no wait, actually I think it's free for everybody. But basically you take it, place the roof, you can turn your grid off, and then you'll have a little covered padding. And then what you can do is you can take your columns, and then because they do stretch with the new update, and you can place these cool columns. There are different ones you can use, but I always like the round ones because they're so cool looking and look realistic and like chic. So you've got your covered infinity pool. Another technique that I like to use as well is I will take the glass and I will actually move it and extend it all the way down. So you would want to use a round roof, and then you could actually enclose your entire roof. Your entire pool will be enclosed by the roof. Now, since we did actually use a foundation for this, we can change it. So I'm just gonna leave those there. Guys, look how freaking cool that looks. Like, tell me you wouldn't want to swim in something like that. So, yeah, I'm gonna keep the columns like that. Now, we've done that. So let's change the foundation on the sides. And, oh, wait, your money. This is definitely a rich person's pool. You can also add steam. They have steam grates. And they also have bubbles with I believe it's the Get Together expansion pack that has those in it. So those are really fun to play with, like in the pool. If you want it to bubble or you want steam, you want it to be like cool. And I mean, this looks really cool. Like, I love this. And if you want to put lights in your pool, and you want actually the pool, I don't like to put a lot of lights in my pool because it like really lags my game and I don't like it. So there's this one huge light, Portal of Light, and it looks like it comes in the Get Together pack. This is a really cool light for your pool. You can put it anywhere you want. Maybe just do like 3. Now see, I can't see where I put the other one. Oh, okay, I remember. I think it was like that. And then just put this one in the middle. I mean, look how cool that looks. And then you really just need one on this side. And I mean, I don't know if you guys can see that, but the light is really bright. Like, that's really all you need. And then sometimes if I want to get cutesy, I'll put like a light, a real light that you buy in the house buy menu, and I'll put it up here and use the cheats and just raise it up. Some of you, I'm not sure if you're aware, there are certain cheats you can use. But oh, I think I put that one too low. It's totally wrong. There we go. But if you use the 0 and the 9 key on your keyboard, that raises and lowers objects. I don't really remember what it is using the PlayStation controller. I'm sure you can look it up online. Like I said, I prefer to play with the mouse and keyboard. It's just my personal preference. I guess I can put some lights in this one too. Oops. So, it's pretty dope. Pretty dope. Got us a water tunnel covered. Now, I know that you guys are going to notice this roof. You can also paint it. I usually just do mine white, but you're welcome to do like whatever you want. So, let's change air foundation. That's interesting. These ones are usually locked. But since we used that cheat, it unlocked these, and they're kind of neat looking. They're different colors, black and white. That's kind of neat. That's kind of a neat foundation. I kind of like that one. Oh, but see, look what happened. It messed up our thing. So I guess we can't change it unless we move the foundation, which we can't because we already did it. So mental note, change the foundation to what you want it before you place it. Because it's connected. Okay, So we'll just leave it the way it is. And then change this to white. You can use these. They look a little odd sometimes because we're doing like weird stuff with the cheats. So they're not going to look right. Although you can experiment with them and kind of try out like what you like. So like this one's not glitching. It gives you like a little accent on the sides. So we can actually use this one. There we go. I mean, see guys, look at all these things you can do. It's like, honestly, why is this so extended? That bugs me. Hold on. There we go. Oh, there we go. Okay, that was super weird. I don't know why it was like that. So, actually, I kind of did like it a little extended. I don't want it to look too perfect. There we go. There. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is how you make an infinity pool. I know the roof is like really low, so it doesn't make sense to have these jumping, swimming thingies. But if you want, you can definitely raise your roof. It's not going to hurt anything. It's just going to make it like taller. So that's really up to you how you want to go about making it. You can also make it round. Now let's go get our lounge chairs because you can't tan without lounge chairs. So I don't know which category they're under. Maybe just outdoors. Oh, there we go. Okay. So you have these cute ones. They're like different colors. They're kind of cheap looking, but they have different colors. So if you don't want like lounge chairs that are weird, I don't know, then I probably wouldn't pick the portable lounge chair. If you're one of those beach bums, you like to have one, that is definitely for you. If you want something classy, I would suggest something from the Island Living. You can also do whites, whatever color you want to do. But any way you look at it, it's going to turn out awesome. So I usually do, just so you guys know, if your lounge chairs look really weird, like they're too big, you can downsize them by one. Your Sims will still sit in the chairs. So like this one, let's see. Make it smaller. Now see, you can still use it. And then you're just going to click the Alt key and then place it. So it doesn't look so huge. So really, you can kind of debug these however you want. But I actually have had my Sims use these when I've downsized them. All that happens is their head kind of goes a little up and it's extended, but they still do use it. It just looks sort of like uncomfortable. So anyways, now let's, you can kind of do whatever. I usually put like two or three lounge chairs just because it's going to look classier. Let's move our pool thingy. I know it's super weird, but I need a really small infinity pool. Some people have them small, some people have them big, but regardless, it's kind of like I said, just how you want to make it. Yeah, no, that was right. Okay. It annoys me that we don't have diving boards, because, like, I don't get the point of jumping off of a platform. It's kind of weird to me, but whatevs. So, wow, what do you guys think of that pool, huh? I kind of feel like we should make that water tunnel that we were discussing. I mean, we already have it right here. Let's do it. I think we should do it. Let's do it. Okay, guys, so we're gonna move on from the infinity pool, because I'm kind of done with that right now. So let's make a water tunnel. It's gonna look so cool. So we will start out doing, I wonder if we should raise it. Let's see. Oops. Oh no, go back. Okay. Now let's raise this one with a 9. Now you can just do 2 on each side. And then what we're gonna end up doing is, I feel like we could make a gate. It just really depends on what you want to do. Because if you put the water tunnel and you want it to be high for Sims to walk through it legitimately, you're probably just gonna put a fence, and then put the water on top of it. Now, if you want to do it on the ground and actually have your Sims walk into it, we could do that too. So maybe we'll do 2, but first, let's try lowering this one to the ground level. Now, it seems to me like the Sims could actually walk through it, being at ground level, but we're gonna do it anyways. Okay. So then let's do it again. Here. Here. It seems kind of repetitive, but you won't see it because you can put different decorations to cover up the fact that you have these here. You can use gates, you can use bushes. I mean, it's literally an endless possibility. So, oops. Let's see. I mean, when you do this, if you walk through this with Sims first person mode, I bet that would look so freaking cool. Like, to see your Sim walk through it. And obviously you're gonna need like a path. And just for aesthetic purposes. You can also, guys, remember, you can change the lights too. Like, the water actually changes different colors. So if you change it, it'll change. And that's amazing to me. I love it. So, guess we'll just keep it just depends all on what you want to do. You can do like all the way across. It's just going to be kind of laggy. I mean, it's a lot of water, so I would recommend making sure if you're going to do something like this, you don't have a massive house build, or like a house full of 7 Sims. If you're going to do this, maybe do it on like a lot that is public, so you don't have to worry about it lagging your whole game out. But it looks like it'd be so cool just to walk through. You can also do like a fountain kind of thing. Because remember, these work with fountains. Because they're supposed to technically go to the fountain. So if we actually want to be really cute about this, we could do something like this. And I mean, I wish I could just do a littler fountain. But it doesn't let you, and I'm so sad about that. But I could, let's see. I mean, see, it's like, I want to put this here, but then it's going to take away from our... Oh! That was a horrible idea. Rewind. Well, I mean, do they only need one space to walk through? Yes. Is it going to look realistic? Probably not. But then again, I mean, that could be really cool. Because you can also do, like, the trim and stuff and make it look totally dope. That's going to be a raised one. Let's see if it does, like... see, I don't like that. I don't know. It's really ugly. But remember, we do have that light system that we were discussing. You can place that down. I have no idea where it is because... Oh yeah, it's in the pool stuff. That's right. So let's do something like that. Oh my gosh. I can't zoom in. Okay. So we could do this. And then maybe go all the way down with it if you'd like. And then you could put some greenery on the sides, like a bush. They also have this one really cool fence. I don't know if it's gonna look like legit. If I was you, I would just do like flowers and bushes. Because when you do this, sometimes it takes stuff away. Oh, look, it worked. That's so amazing. Kind of looks like it's spraying out of the bush though, which is kind of weird. I mean, it's kind of weird to see nothing, just like being sprayed. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that, so let's see. Let's try maybe some bushes, because I know they have 3 stacks of bushes. Here's one. This is an island paradise. Oh, that's way too, like, big. I mean, it looks kind of cool. But I was thinking of something more like this, that like hides it, but it doesn't hide it. And you can use Alt. See, it moves. So you're like hiding it, but you're not hiding it. So we could do this. And then your Sims could like walk through it, which is totally awesome. But to me, the water, I don't know. I just don't like it in the middle. So I'm gonna take the water out so we can put our thing. But I do like the bushes. That's totally awesome. I really like that. Look at guys, we're making a water tunnel. Oh, dang it. Put that one too. Let's see. Oh no. Sometimes if you don't have the camera at the right angle, it's like fights you. Especially when you're using it with the cheats. So when that happens, you just gotta move your angle. Why is my keyboard going so slow? I have no idea, but that's okay. We're gonna work with it. Now, this looks good. Here we go. This looks so amazing. It really does. I just thought of this. I'm just going to share this on the gallery. So in case you guys want to download it, just look up Red Rose 321 and add me on the Sim Gallery. And you can download it. We'll change the name when we finish. So far we have our awesome infinity pool. We got our water tunnel people can like go into. That would be so cute. Llama. The llama water tunnel. Yeah. Ask me about my llama. Ask me about my llama water tunnel. Da 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 da. Anyways, let's get back to the program here. So we need to make a path. These are just good ideas. It's kind of like inspiring when you see stuff that people do. And then you're like, that was such a good idea. Now, I like this for like a path. I think it's really like a cool path because it feels kind of like theme parky to me. That makes sense? Yeah. I mean, looks pretty dope. Then I can put like a bench inside if you wanted to like sit in there. You can add trees. There's so many cool things. And then, so now that we have this pool, we can connect the path to the pool. Amazing. Look at that, guys. Like, could you imagine what that's going to look like in live mode? It's like really cool. And you could also add lights. The water naturally lights up at night. Like I was telling you, you can change the color of the lights. So you don't really need to add any lights unless you're trying to illuminate the path. Like, you know, like the normal path we created. But remember, the more lights you put, the more laggy it's going to make your game, because each one of those lights every time has to turn off and on. So now that we made our path, let's get our benches so we can make it look all cute. I love the romantic benches, but when you're doing something green, you really want something that matches. So the get together one is really cool. It has like brown and black, and then if you want something else, you can do like something more traditional. And since we have white going on over here, maybe we'll just do that. Now, as you can see, this bench is really large, and if you sit in this arch, it's gonna be like, yeah, it's just not gonna look right. So you can make the bench smaller and still have the Sims sit in it. Like I was telling you, with any of the furniture, they will sit in it. So if you're looking for a story purpose, you're really just gonna put it down a size, and then you're gonna move it. I can't show you the inside of it right now, but it looks really cool. It's hard to make them fit. No, I don't want it to look tacky. So let's put it in the middle. And there's your cute little water arch. You can put anything you want in there. You can put little trash cans. You can put a little table. You can make a gazebo. Like, there's so many cool things you can do with these fountains, guys. It really is. I mean, look, we made our little waterfall. We could put rocks there if we wanted to get legit. But if we put the rocks, guess what? It's going to block our infinity pool, which is going to look really weird. So on a normal circumstance, when you're making a waterfall, you want to use rocks to sort of assimilate the texture of the terrain. So that was fun. And we still even have room in our luxurious mansion for a house. So if you wanted, you guys could build your house, kind of give it like the back door thing. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to kind of share some of my cool ideas with you, because I really like the glass and how you can have a greenhouse, sort of like a covered pool. And I think that the water tunnel is so cool. Like, it's so neat. I just think it's so neat. And if you have the backyard tack, which has the bird feeder in it, you could totally put a cute little bird feeder right here. I think it's in activities and skills. You could literally do this for any park, any public place. You can even do it at your house if you want to be like super fancy. So let's see. I think we'll just do it this way. If you have Get Famous, this is a really cool feature. It's like a pond, but it's pretty awesome. It's basically like a pond that you can have sharks in. It's for rich Sims. I like it. I think it's pretty neat. So you can do anything with this, but just don't jump in it, because I had my Sims actually die. If you guys want, I'm going to show it to you in live mode. Let's see if it actually works, because a lot of people want stuff that's play tested, and I feel like it's important that we do it. So I'm going to stop right there, and then we are going to see if it works. If you have to raise the fountain, like I was saying, you can always raise it because you have the bushes to cover it. So you're just going to click 9 to raise it up. And then if you need to raise it down, you click 0, and that's on the keyboard. Like I said, I'm not really sure which keys on the PlayStation controller move up and down and all that stuff. So I would highly recommend you getting a keyboard and mouse. And the only one that you're going to be able to use, obviously, the USB dongle, which you can plug into your PlayStation port. So there's already a lady living there, which is perfect. So let's click play. We're going to check this bad boy creation out. See how fast time goes? You're playing and you're building, and like literally you could waste your whole day just designing a house in this game. Oh, she spawned up there. Okay, so let's click play. Oh my goodness, that looks so amazing. So she got in the pool. Now, the only way you're going to be able to see the glass is if you have it zoomed all the way out. So when you use the infinity pool, you're going to want to definitely raise all the way up to the top. Let's see if she can jump in. That sounds so relaxing. So let's see what happens when she tries to dive in. Oh, it's annoying. So she's gonna jump up. Oh, she did a belly flop. That was, ouch. It looked like it hurt. Okay, so we've tested that theory. Let's make her walk through the tunnel and then go into first person mode. I think it's Alt-Tab, but I want to see her do it. So let's see if she can actually sit in the chair. And then let's hit, I think it's Alt-Tab. No, that's not it. Is it? Alt-Tab F? No. Darn it. What's the first person? No, that's not it. That's just for, like, cameras. It's just, like, first person view. Darn it. I'm gonna have to figure it out. This is really cool for pictures. Hold on. Well, I guess we could do it the old-fashioned way. Think we go back. Wish I could figure out what that first person is. Darn it. Let's ask Siri. Hey Siri, how do you go into first person mode on The Sims 4?
Okay, I found this on the web.
Okay, we got something. So she's in here. It looks like she's actually in the thing. The water's kind of hitting her in the head. But it's still a really cool idea for, like, for any type of date or idea. But like I said, you can always raise these water fountains and move the bushes closer. Or you could actually just move the fountain back and then do like the double loop fountain. Okay, so let's see. How do we do first person? What? Control Shift Tab. Okay, control the mouse cursor, use the interface while in first-person camera. Shift. Is it Alt-Tab? I keep thinking it's Alt-Tab, but all that does is like change your camera so you can move it. That is so cool. I mean, I feel like you could even put like a slip and slide in there from the backyard expansion. Shift and Tab, it says, is what enters first person. So let's click exit. Let's click Shift and Tab. Let's see what she's doing. Oh, okay. She's gonna jump in. Oh gosh. Oh. So she's having fun. She likes her infinity pool. I mean, it's pretty cool. She's got the glass roof. She's living at large. First person is kind of wonky sometimes when they're moving, but it's kind of neat too, because you can direct them to do things, but it can make you dizzy, like after a while. Like, I guess she just wants to keep jumping in. That's funny. Okay, so now that we know it's Shift Tab, let's go make her go here, and then click Shift Tab. So to enter first person, Shift Tab is the control on the keyboard and mouse. So let's see where she's going. Looks kind of weird, but that is so dope right now. Oh, look at this. You see this? You can put all kinds of stuff in this fountain, guys. It's super cool. So I put fairies in there, which is totally awesome. You gotta be careful when you put sprites or sharks. Whatever you do, don't jump in, because your sim will die.
Nooshie, nooshie, nooshie. The Kinja. Oh, the Kinja.
I mean, sometimes if you get lucky and you're living large, you might get lucky. Now, one thing I was curious about that we didn't do is put a ladder into this pool right here. I don't like that grid. Okay, so let's see. Let's put the ladder there and see if she can actually climb into it. Because if she can, that would be so cool. Because I feel like I should be able to put a ladder there and just have her climb it. But let's see. It is glitched, sort of, but let's see if she gets in it. I don't know how it's gonna work, but we're gonna see. So, what do you do? She's still playing with her sprites. Okay, so it's saying she can't get in the pool. So I guess you do have to have okay, so yeah, we can't do that. That sucks, because I was kind of hoping she could I could flip the ladder around, but that didn't work either. Which totally is doo-doo. Because that means we have to put a stairs. Maybe we can put cool stairs. The ones from Get Famous light up. I think. Is it get famous? I could have sworn there is. I don't think it's this. Oh, I probably. Oh, there it is, right there. Okay, so these actually have lights on them. Those are so neat. I wish I could make them not have that foundation under it and I could just have the stairs floating because the lights are super neat. They light the stairs up. Some stairs you actually can take the bottom out. Let's see. Oh my goodness, it does work. That's amazing. Okay. So then what I'm gonna do this. I mean, this doesn't really match. I can change the color once I put it. But, I mean, it looks super awesome. And oh no, it's not gonna be even. Oh yeah, that looks so dope. And then we can change the color. Oh, won't let us. Doo-doo. Okay. So then let's change the color. I wish I could just make it white. And not black. That's okay. Okay. So now maybe she can get in. Let's see. Oh, we were gonna take the bottoms out. Doo-doo. Okay. I'm telling you guys, like, this game is so much fun to me, because decorating and living life, you can't do this stuff in real life. Like, you can't jump into a pool, an infinity pool that costs millions of dollars. I mean, there's so many cool things. So that's pretty cool. We took the landing out. We can take the middle one out too if we want. That looks pretty neat, actually. I really like that. Now let's see if she'll go into it, which she should. So, swim here. She should go up the stairs now. Yep, there we go. She's in there. Yeah, she's in the waterfall. So cool, guys. Oh, look at her. So, anyways, I hope you guys liked my video. At the beginning it was like rocky because I couldn't remember how to make the infinity pool. It has been a while for me, but I just figured maybe you guys would like to know. So let's do a recap. Make sure you put the 2 cheats in. First you want to put testing cheats true. Then you want to enter the separate cheat, show hidden objects. It's in the description of the stream. If you guys forget, I put the 2 in there. Then after that, you're going to want to go to the foundation, and you're going to want to place the foundation first before the pool. Now make sure the foundation is exactly the same size as the pool, because when you place the pool, it's going to be like go over the foundation. And then when you put the shell in there, it's going to make it clear, which is going to give you that glass look for the infinity pool. So after that, remember, next step, if you want, you don't have to, but to cover the gaps, you can also use that light that we saw, which is in the pool section. It comes from Spa Day. So if you don't have that, there's also another shelf you can use. It's a white shelf. And the shelves can basically cover the gaps. And remember, if you place your foundation, once you place it, you cannot decorate it. It's stuck the way it is. So make sure you decorate it before you place it and add it onto your infinity pool. Because as you saw, it will take it away. So, as long as you guys remember that, you guys are going to be golden. You're going to have like so many cool ideas, so many fun things to use. Now, when you're moving the objects, make sure you put the bb.moveobjects cheat. And that way, if you hold down the Alt key on your keyboard, you can actually move objects wherever you want. You don't have to follow the grid because it's super annoying. So, you guys got your all-inclusive ritzy-ditzy pool, your infinity pool, you got your glass covering, you got your water tunnel. I mean, like, dude, this is awesome. So I'm going to share this lot for you guys on the gallery. So let's do that now before I turn off. Oh, she's like in mid-jump. Okay. Oh, it's so lagged. Okay. So let's change the name. We'll call it Infinity Pool and Water Tunnel. Oh no, it won't let us. And so Infinity Pool / Water Tunnel. Will let us do that? Oh, that's so doo-doo. Hold on. Water. Okay, so Water Tunnel. There we go. So when you guys look in the gallery, just look for this. It won't be too hard to miss. It is like a residential building, but you can change that once you download the lot. It's good to give you like inspiration, kind of give you some ideas about how you can build. So I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and I don't know. I think you guys are going to take away a lot of creativity from this. I'm going to put streaming video lot. How to make infinity pool and awesome water tunnel path. Sounds good to me. There we go. Did it work? Oh no. There we go. Okay, guys. So you can download that if you want to look at it, kind of get some ideas, or you can just make your own. If you guys like this video, be sure to subscribe and add this to your faves because it's awesome. But it's not as awesome as everybody else's, obviously. But at least I, kind of give you guys some tips. So, anyways, it's been fun, guys, and I'll catch you guys next time. Have fun. Bye.